Hey guys, it's Heine here, the HobbiesofaMan. Once again, today we're doing another Transformers review. Today we're looking at number 22. This is pretty good. I really enjoyed this issue, actually. I thought that it felt very enjoyable, even though it's probably not very action-packed. I mean, you guys out there that are really into the action of the comic book might think that this is kind of boring. I actually found it really valuable. I really enjoyed it. This is by Dana Warren Johnson with art by Jorge Corona and Mike Spicer there as the colorist. Now, this is a pretty boring cover in my opinion. I like the soldiers, I like the colors, but the way that this is framed, as I think it's because of the colors, it almost looks like there's nothing there except for this window where Starscream is looking through. And so what ends up happening is that it just feels like a waste of the whole cover. It's only when you look into it closer that you notice, oh, there are, military people there. It's more than this. It's kind of like Starscream taunting these people as he starts killing them, which kind of matches with what happens in the issue, but it's just not, I don't know. Out of all of the covers that I've seen, this is kind of the most boring one in my opinion. So it is what it is. Your thoughts may vary there. So yeah, but let's move on to the actual story here. So it opens up with the Autobots, specifically Superion or Superion, I think, or Superion, and the rest of the Autobots crash landing on a forest or in a forest. Optimus is laid out and he can't move. He is struggling really badly. He's basically going through shock or like a very weird sickness or, something like that. And everyone feels deeply lost. Like they have lost the war. They have lost the battle. Their men are dying around them and everything is lost. Hope is lost. Depression is setting in to all these characters. But in a classic kind of move, humans show up here in the nick of time, and they turn out to be people from the hospital that the Optimus Prime saved in the early parts of the story, I think in issue like 3 or 4. And these people have shown up to kind of save the Autobots now that they are the ones needing help, right? And so they come in with a bunch of cool trucks. They load all the Autobots onto the trucks, and then they send them back to some city. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere between Seattle and Chicago. So whatever city exists in between those two, they're there. And they're kind of hiding the Autobots just in case the Decepticons show up. They're helping them take a moment of rest before the battle continues, right? Then we transition over to Cybertron, where we see Alita 1 is showing Cliffjumper the portal. She'll send him back to Earth. He'll get to be with Optimus and, all of this stuff. But Shredhead will have to stay because they can only send one person through. And this is different from what I remember. I remember Alita saying that they needed to go to Earth so that they could bring back the rest of the Autobots. But now, Alita is trying to just send Cliff off. And I'm guessing the idea is that if you separate Cliff from Shredhead, Cliff will have to go to Optimus and then get him to come back so that they can get Shredhead, right? I guess that's what the plan is. It's not told to us, but it just feels a bit weird that she kind of changed her mind a bit. And as she's telling him that Shredhead has to stay behind, that he can't go with him, Cliff, clasps hands with Shredhead. He then tells him to tell hi to Carly, and then Judo throws him past the portal, into the portal. Cliff is then labeled a traitor, and he's going to be put in chains. We transition back to Earth here, and we see the Optimus Prime and crew have been hidden away as they recover. Optimus is sick. The Matrix pushes itself out of him. It seems like he's dying, and the Matrix will no longer power him. Or it's doing it as a self-defense mechanism where it knows that Optimus has been infected by this Decepticon, Megatron virus, and it doesn't want to be attacked itself, and so it pulls away from Optimus. But as it pulls away, it makes Optimus weaker. And it's not working properly, especially since Spike's dad walked into it. And so what happens at this point is that Spike says, maybe I can fix it. And so he puts his hand into it. At the same time, Optimus, using the loss of his strength, is trying to get Spike away from the Matrix. And so in the moment, all three of them connect together. The Matrix, Optimus, and Spike as the conduit between them, as a way to connect them, I guess. And then they all have a vision. And the vision is the Hall of the Primes. Kind of overimposed over Earth, kind of. And it's pretty interesting. I really liked it. It looked really awesome. And Optimus is surprised. He's like, oh, what the heck? Why are we here, right? We don't get to see what happens after that, though. We transition over to Megatron and Soundwave, who are hunting the Autobots down. And as they're tracking them, Soundwave continues to kind of be like, oh, we're going to kill them, we're going to get rid of them, we're going to torture them, it'll be really fun. And Megatron's like, no, that's not the point. We need to get rid of them, we need to destroy them, but preferably we need to teach them a lesson, to show them that the Decepticon way is the right way. And he decides to teach Optimus Prime a lesson instead of killing him. And I guess that is destroying the human race, right? And so as he resolves this, we transition to Starscream, who's just flying in the air, killing pilots in the military left and right. And as he's doing this, he's getting closer and closer to Carly and Ultra Magnus, and they manage to use the craziness that's going on to escape with the Doctor's help. The Doctor's the older black soldier guy that's in the lab where they have Ultra Magnus. He decides to atone and to help Ultra Magnus escape, right? And so as Ultra Magnus and Carly move away, the Autobots and the humans that we saw earlier are driving away from the Pacific Northwest into the Midwest, and they're going to make their last stand in Chicago, which is kind of the lead up to the end of the Dana Warren Johnson run, right? So we have 2 more issues left. I think it's going to be really awesome. And then after that, Kirkman takes over, right? So this is a 9 out of 10 issue for me. I thought it was really, really great. I love the kind of preparation before the end kind of feel to this, right? I really enjoyed seeing the Autobots kind of struggling. I really enjoyed seeing humans come up and help them. I enjoyed Cliffjumper sacrificing his happiness for the sake of Shredhead, and I thought that was really fun. I enjoyed the Hall of the Primes bit really a lot. It looked really awesome. And then Megatron being just a dastardly bad guy, but still kind of having some sort of moral fiber to him was really great. So overall, really, really awesome issue. What did you guys think? Let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching. See you guys later.